Hello Steelers, and welcome to this bench report hobby update, my latest one. I've got quite a bit to get through actually. I've been quite busy this last week or so, mostly gaming rather than actually painting though, but I have done some bits and pieces of painting. There's a few things that came through the post a little while ago. One of these was the haystacks. These came from Steve over at Battle Scale Models, I think they're called, Battle Scale Miniatures. I can't remember what he calls himself. I'll put a link in the description down below as always. These are just some haystacks. I bought these a while back. Took a little while to come through because I'm assuming that he probably had to cast them to order pretty much. They're very nice. Painted those quickly. I also added in a couple of old haystacks that I'd got as well that I just needed to tart up a little bit and just make it look a little bit better. We've got loads of haystacks now, more than enough for any harvest. The other thing as well was I was working on some Rommel stuff as well. I went back to Rommel. I was playing it last week and I thought this is actually a pretty good game. There's a few tweaks I could make with it. I'll talk a little bit more about the First World War version of Rommel that I'm currently working on. But I went and I dug out my old 3mm stuff that I've got a box of, pretty much kicking about. So I painted the SDKF said 251s for the Germans. And then also I painted several sets of Russian tanks as well. So I've got some KV1s, some T26s and some Su-76s as well, and I mounted these on bases. I haven't given them labels yet because I'm actually awaiting more figures in the post from Magister Militum. I'm going to get some more stuff, so once that's come I'll then organise those into units and I can give them proper bases and things. So right now they're currently unbased, well, close to finishing but just not quite. And the other big thing that I did, I was talking about this last week, is the black and white house that Richard Hogg sent over, one of his other ones. This is his latest version of it, the third version that I've got now. So I've got 3 of them, which I think is enough. Another nice building. I just put this on a piece of plastic card and then painted it very simply. I didn't do a great deal of depth weathering on them because these things were looked after pretty well, so I thought there's no point putting loads and loads of weathering all over it because it would have been kept pretty clean and pristine anyway. So that was done. That is ready for the next Singapore scenario that I'll be playing. I think it's the next one or it's the 4th one, I can't remember. The next one, I'm not sure which one it is, but I am going to be hopefully recording that this week. I'm currently recording this on Friday, so I'll be recording that game over the weekend after this video has actually come out. And speaking of games, as I say, it has been pretty busy from a gaming point of view. Last weekend, last Saturday, was Steel Lard. It was very nicely corralled by Rich Crawley, helped by John McSwiveny as well. So lads, if you're watching this, thank you very much for putting it on. Down at Patriot Games in Sheffield, which is quite close to me. It's a great game shop, it really is a good game shop. And they have lots of events on. Not so many wargaming events. I think Steel Lard is probably about their only one. But mostly card games and that kind of thing going on. And, you know, really nice, good atmosphere kind of place. I took down my First World War, Great War chain of command rules to try those out, and I set up the Corselet Sugar Factory scenario, which I've also written for the Lardy Mag, which should be coming out if it gets published, if it gets in there. It'll be in the Lardy Mag for this year, so do check that out in a month or so, I reckon. There'll be a Christmas magazine they put out. And I took down the Corselet game, so two Canadian attacking platoons against 2 defending German platoons, both of which were slightly undersized. And the guys who were involved, we had Chris and James, Harry, Dan, Dex, Rob, Terry and Theo all played it. They all came away and, I mean, they seemed to enjoy it because they all said to me afterwards how much they enjoyed it. I think for lots of them it was probably the first time they played any kind of First World War gaming at that level, or even, you know, with those kind of rules anyway. Well, certainly first time they played it with the Chain of Command Great War rules, because I'd only just written them. But they all said afterwards how much they enjoyed it, so that was nice to hear. I mean, you know, if they were lying to my face, I still don't care because it was nice to hear. But I'm sure they weren't, and I'm sure they did enjoy it. Both games were very difficult for the Canadians. They just could not get forward. in both sides, but and the German trenches just filled up, and it just, you know, kind of banjaxed them. But it was good fun to watch and good fun to umpire as well, and I hope if you guys are watching, if you did have fun, let me know in the comments. And then down at the club as well, I played the third scenario of the second part of the Kursk pint-sized campaign for Chain of Command. This was with decks. Really difficult one, this one. The Germans had to basically cross lots of open ground, which were just dominated by the wheat fields. I literally could not get forward. I was trying to move forward tactically. I brought in a mortar onto the units that were holding me up, but then Dex shot my forward observer to death, and about that point I'd already lost a section pretty much, apart from I think 3 men or something. They were broken, so I just thought I can't sustain these casualties anymore, so I had to bug out, and it's the first time that I've actually lost in that campaign as well, so well done to Dex for that. Really gave me a proper bloody nose on it, and it was one that I will not be forgetting. It was a good game though, so we're going to move on to the next one soon. I don't know when. We said we'll do it soon enough, but not next week, but probably the week after. We'll see. And also as well, I played my now Christmas game, and I played this with Dean just last week. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's still a bit of a surprise, but this will be out on the 16th of December. And as I say, this one is in conjunction with the guys over at Tabletop Basement, the German channel. There's a couple of other channels as well involved. I think I have reposted it somewhere in the Facebook groups and on the Facebook page as well. But those guys have basically got a bunch of us creators together to collaborate on a particular subject. It's all based around Bastogne, but I'm not going to tell you what my game is because it will be in their video that they, I think, will be releasing around the 10th of December, which basically will be an introduction from everybody to, I think this is the way it works. They've put together a small introduction video about the games that are going to be coming, so I will repost that when it comes up. And as I say, check out my game as well on the 16th of December. I also have another, after that I'm going to have another Christmas themed video as well, which hopefully you'll enjoy. That is, I think it's coming out on the 24th, so a little Christmas Eve treat for everybody. And then I'm not going to be doing any more videos until, well, I say that, but I've got nothing else lined up until the 1st of January, so that's going to be when we're back in operation. And currently I'm going to be running through till February with my current schedule, so there's plenty of stuff to come over Christmas and beyond, because things are about to change here at Steel Towers. I'm not going to tell you about it just now, but I will do possibly in the next couple of weeks, so just keep an eye out. I don't want to jinx anything at the moment, but there might be a big old change. The other thing as well, I mentioned it in passing, I've actually been working on a First World War version of Rommel. I've made some base labels for the British and Germans. It's set very much in 1917 because that is, to be honest, that's probably for me the most interesting aspect of the war, the most interesting year of the war. Is where things are changing massively, lots of things are happening, lots of new technologies are being developed, lots of new tactics are being developed, not only in infantry tactics but artillery tactics, aircraft tactics, you name it, everything is changing in 17. It is a real revolution in military affairs, so I thought with a game like that you really have to be very specific. I might look at doing something for 1918 as well, but as it is, it's 1917 stuff, and I'm kind of just writing some bits and pieces together. I've got a load of ideas for events and for defensive and offensive tactics and general tactics. I've written all those out. I've done some base labels. What I might do is actually play a game of it as well at some point. If I get a chance, I'll play a game of it and show you on camera how it works. It'll be a solo game, but I'll try it, and I'm hopefully going to take it down to the club at some point and play it as well. Paul has expressed an interest, so I think we'll probably be playing it at some point in the future, because he was one of the original play testers for Rommel as well, so he'll have some ideas as to how it should go, I guess. What I've done is I've changed quite a few things, so now instead of one op and everything can operate, you have to spend it on particular squares, and then the things in the square will operate. So it's, you know, you got to decide where you're going to spend your ops basically, instead of just spending the one at a time. But more on that as it comes along. And then finally as well this week, it was the release of Napoleon, Ridley Scott's film, on Wednesday. I've already mentioned it on the community tab. I was not impressed. Yes, it was a, from my point of view, it was a big letdown. I did say I was going to do a review in this bench report, but I decided not to. I decided to do a standalone review of it rather than make this particularly long and this get lost in all the other videos of the bench reports and things. So there is a review coming on. I'll put it ready for coming out on Monday as well, so check that out. I think it'll be about 5 o'clock UK time on Monday, so I'll just put that out as a little bonus video for you. What was very nice was I bumped into Tim of the Napoleonic Wargaming channel. He's one of our club members as well, and it was just nice to see him. He was out, I think, with his dad, and I'm guessing, I think it might have been his brother. But yeah, it was good to see him. So we had a good chat afterwards about the film, what we thought about it and things. And I'm fairly sure, if not by the time this video has come out, or at least by my review has come out, he will probably have already done his own review with his own ideas about the film. But both of us were kind of a little. I sense Tim was also slightly deflated by it as well. I certainly was, but I'll let him. You know, if he's going to make a review, I'll leave him to make his review. Right, okay. I'll leave it at that. Not much more to tell you apart from this week. I am currently working on a few more Rommel things here, just on the desk. I'm waiting for some more stuff to come in, so it's all gone very small here. And I will see you in the next Storm of Steel video. Please do hit that like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you want to, and I will see you soon.